All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Life Updates with Cass featuring
Piso.
Yeah! All right, so I'm Cass. I'm the program coordinator, and today's special guest is Pisa. So if you want to, well, I guess actually, please start with your name and why it's Pisa.
So my full name is Christian Perzo, and I live with another Christian, so we go by last names, but nobody can pronounce Perzo when they look at it, so it's just Piso.
Wow.
Short and sweet.
Yes. And then what cohort, I guess kind of like who you are, alumni, current student, what cohort?
I am an alumni, and I graduated in December with cohort 919. And I've been working as a TA since March, and that's coming to an end soon.
Wow, why is it coming to an end, Pisa?
Because I got a job.
Wow!
Thank you.
Awesome. So what was your experience like during the program?
During the program, I basically, what is it? Eat, sleep, breathe, code.
Sounds about
Was
right.
pretty much the routine. We'd get up in the morning and drive to LearningFuze and work until about 6, and then come home, make dinner, and rinse to repeat 5 days a week.
Sounds good. And then what was it like right after the program, right, with the portfolio process?
Right after the program, I took some time off to spend with family because it was the holiday season and the end of the new year. And then basically January, I picked back up with starting to get portfolio approval, basic, and then advanced. So I was able to go to the demo day. I think that was in February.
Yeah, we had one in February. Yeah.
One in February, and after doing that, I started working on my own personal projects and maintaining them. But through the entire thing, I was submitting resumes through LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and all the normal sites.
So I guess what did you do to get started in terms of like submitting resumes or browsing through the different job boards? Because I feel a lot of students get a little confused on just where to start, right?
Yeah, I made a commitment to myself to apply to 50 jobs a week, and I had a spreadsheet to track what I applied to, where I applied from, with a copy of the job description and the resume I submitted. And I tried to hit 50 jobs a week, which ended up being about 5 to 7 jobs a day, depending on it was about average. And I just kept doing that.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah. Okay. So then, so when did you get, when did you start getting interviews?
I started getting interviews around anywhere from basically February. Sometimes a few weeks after I submitted applications, but most of them were just complete ghost. No word, no nothing. I sent about 300 applications out in total, and about 5 of them got back to me in total.
Nice. And then did you have a memorable interview experience with any of them?
I have a really bad interview experience.
Oh, no.
It was a technical phone interview, and I couldn't hear the interviewers really well. And there was just a lot of miscommunication, and obviously I didn't hear back for that position. But phone interviews are difficult.
Yeah, that's true. I think I had my first phone interview, and I was like, oh, this should be easy because I have my computer in front of me. I got all my notes, right? But then, of course, during and then also after looking back, like reflecting back, I noticed that I said a lot of filler words, right? I wouldn't stop to pause. I wouldn't stop at the end of each sentence. And I knew that made me sound heavily nervous, even if I knew the answers to the questions. Right. So yeah,
Absolutely.
phone interviews are no joke.
Yeah. Communicating over phone is very different. Even on Zoom,
Mhm.
you can see body language and react,
Yeah.
and you get a little bit more feedback. Um,
Mhm.
but the phone is difficult. So I kind of shied away from phone interviews during my job search,
Mhm.
and I tried to move everything to video calls where possible.
Oh, did
Just
you
because
like specifically request, like if they asked for a phone interview, did you request for it
I
to
did
be a
request
video?
Zoom, yeah,
Oh, very
Zoom
nice.
or Google Hangouts or whatever technology they were working with.
Yeah, and they were able to accommodate you?
Yes,
Nice.
yes, they were
I learned something new.
they were very accommodating mostly.
Yeah, I guess that does kind of go with one of like my tip of the day from yesterday, where it never hurts to ask, right?
Hmm.
You should, like, if you like, remember the worst thing you can expect is they say no, and then you kind of just like, deal with that. But if they say yes, then it's like, oh cool, my best
Yeah,
possible outcome just worked out, right?
absolutely.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then, yeah, so what, especially, did you do anything different um, once we were on, like, once everyone had to work remotely, you know, all the interviews are done remotely, right? The entire job search is remotely. Was
Mhm.
there anything different that you did?
I stopped going to in-person networking events,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
kind of hurt. I have a couple. Um, I feel like most of the good connections I made during my job search were through in-person events, and that completely shut off. And I was only doing um, basically cold call applies.
Mm.
Um, it just so happens that I got lucky, and one of them called me back. Well, a couple of them called me back, but one of them offered me a job.
Yeah, that's good. Well, like, even though I'm glad you were still able to continue the job search process, did you have any like doubts or fears before that, like while you were doing that?
Yeah, I was very worried about if people were even still hiring.
Oh, right.
A lot of stuff was up in the air, it still is now, um, but they are still hiring. You just got to find the company.
Yes. Yay. I'm glad everything worked out for you. That's good. So then, oh, yeah, what is, I guess, some of your tips for those who are still in the job search process?
Um, be consistent and be kind to yourself.
Mm,
Um, if you're consistently applying, even if you're not hearing back, that's progress.
yeah.
And you should see that as progress, not necessarily how many callbacks you get.
I like that. I like how you worded it too into a catchy little phrase at the beginning. That's good. And then also,
Put it
what
in the
is
tagline.
your tip for those who are in the program?
Oh, um, I think I mentioned this last time we did kind of an interview type thing, but keep learning.
Hmm.
Just because you find one way to solve a problem doesn't mean you've necessarily found the best way or even the way you want to solve the problem. Um, there's a lot of different ways to solve a problem, and it's really up to you to find the one that you want to do.
Awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thanks for tuning in to Life
Life
Updates
updates
with
with
Kat.
Kaz.
Yay! Until next time.